Hi, everybody. It's Mike Oliveris with jurisq.com with immigration attorney Yakov Spektor. Yakov, welcome back.
Hi, Michael.
Yakov, we bring you in here not just to answer frequently asked questions on immigration law, but also when I see something in the news that concerns immigration, I want to bring you in as our expert on immigration laws to explain what is going on behind the scenes from a legal standpoint, give your opinion, because you live and you breathe immigration law. And I saw today in New York Post that New York City Mayor Adams, he came up with this proposal concerning migrants that are being bused by Texas into New York, migrants usually from South America. And what he's saying, Mayor Adams, he wants to lobby the federal government so that these people can get their work papers immediately. Because what he is saying is that it takes a while to get those work papers, and you're going to explain to us how long it takes and what's the process to get your work permit. And Mayor Adams is saying that New York City, thank God, unemployment is not great. There are jobs out there, people are looking for help. So here we have people who are actually coming to this country who are willing and able to work. So why not put them to work? Everybody benefits, right? So let's talk about that. Can you tell us, ordinarily, to get work permit, how long would it take, and what is the process, and what is Mayor Adams trying to do here?
You know, it's actually it's a really strange situation, and might seem actually probably bizarre to any common sense person, such as yourself or me or anyone. You have people who are willing to work. You have basically a mayor, of New York City who is willing to put them to work. There is work for them. Yeah. And yet, if they do work, that's going to be an immigration violation, which could hurt them later on.
Makes no sense.
And the reason for that is that they simply don't have a work permit. And the work permit is something that the federal government is going to give an immigrant.
Right.
Now, a work permit, unfortunately, that's not, as a lot of you might know, a lot of immigrants who might be listening to us, that's not an easy thing to get. Okay. Right. Usually that's just something that that's available to you if you're waiting, let's say, for your case to go through. Mm-hmm. You're waiting for your green card application to go through. You're waiting for your asylum application to go through. Because once you have your green card, or once you're a citizen, you don't need a work permit, right? You can just work just like anyone else.
Right.
But while you wait, and right now the wait times could run into years. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. Sometimes you can apply for a work permit, and that's the whole purpose behind the the government getting your work permit. Now that's when you start having problems, because it's only the federal government that can get your work permit. And as you said, Mayor Adams is going to lobby the federal government to issue those work permits to these immigrants faster, because that's essentially the only thing he can do. He cannot give them the work permits, even though they're going to be working potentially for the city, even though there are ready and willing employers willing to employ these people. But the only entity that could issue those work permits is the federal government. And the federal government right now, the USCIS, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, the immigration agency that's tasked with issuing these work permits, is severely underfunded. It can take months. It used to take almost a year to get work permits, from the time that the people were applying to the time that they were receiving the actual card. And right now, that it seems like they have cleaned up their act somewhat. It takes 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 months to get it, so it's a little less time than that. But yet,
and meanwhile, these people, Yakov, they're in New York City. New York City and state has to provide for them because they can't work legally. Like you said, it's a bizarre situation. That makes no sense. I also want to add to it, right now, primary concern of this administration is inflation. We see the prices going through the roof. Partly is because of shortage of labor force. Wouldn't it be great if we can solve it right now, today, by employing these migrants who are people who are coming here. Why? For better life, to work. These people are workers. They're not here to commit crimes. They're here
Absolutely.
to work, and I believe to comport with all the laws, because they know if they're going to violate laws, they will never get their green card or citizenship.
They might be
So it's
sent
in
back.
exactly. So it's in their interest to really be model citizens and to work. And these are the kinds of people we don't want to put to work right away. Makes no sense. So I'm really
makes
hoping.
zero sense.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
one thing that
Mhm.
I can tell you, if you're waiting for your work permit, don't forget that sometimes, even though you might be working here illegally, okay, a lot of people have to provide for their families, and they take jobs, you know, even though they know they will be breaking an immigration regulation. They simply cannot wait for that work permit. They cannot wait for the government to clean up their act.
Right.
Okay, that's understandable. Okay, but if this is something that you are doing in order to feed your family, sometimes it might not be a problem for you, because the only way how this could be a problem for you is if the government learns of that immigration violation. It might be a problem for your later immigration history. So if this is something that you absolutely need to do, talk to someone like me first, just so that you know what might be the repercussions of that act. Okay, but in the meantime, while we were all waiting for the federal government to clean up their act, and we have hundreds and thousands of people who are ready and willing to work, and yet they're not able to. So I'm not sure, Michael. I'm not sure if President Biden is listening to us right now, but if he does,
For his
President,
benefit, I hope
in
he
your
is.
purview, do change the regulations to allow people to work while they're
Yes.
waiting for their work permit.
Absolutely. Yakov, thank you for the words of encouragement for President Biden and for all the other immigrants, migrants who came here for better life. I hope, like you said, the government comes to their senses and realizes that we need them, and we need them legalized as soon as possible, at least for work purposes. Let these people work. But like you said, meanwhile, if anybody is on that path to become a permanent resident, you should definitely contact an attorney like Yakov Spektor, because Yakov, as you saw, why is he here? He's here because he knows what he's talking about. He is our guru, our go-to person in immigration. Contact Yakov's office with any questions you have, and Yakov will be happy to answer. The phone number and the website is on the bottom of the screen. Yakov, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you for listening in, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.